Om Shanti. Good morning, golden morning, diamond morning. We all are experiencing very powerful time of the whole cosmos or a universe. And as Papa's children, we are contributing and offering Baba's light and might to everyone around us. Everyday Murli is inspiring us, encouraging us, and helping us to check ourselves also that wherever we are, we become beautiful light and we remain ignited light and share that light and multiply the lights. I remain ignited light and help others to ignite the light. So light will increase. And that is what is one of the purpose of everyday Murli. Day before yesterday, 22nd, Baba mentioned in Avyak Murli, Baba is checking everyone's chart of effort. And I'm sure everybody is communicating and having a heart-to-heart conversation with Bab Dada of sharing about the chart and improving and moving forward. Keeping our lovely Baba before our eyes, feeling divine rays showering upon me. We all sit in History Hall and experience Baba's divine wisdom for my inner purification. And that's what Baba is mentioning today. Very beautiful example of lotus flower. 24 March 2026, Morning Murli, Om Shanti Bab Dada. Essence. Sweet children, you have to become as pure as lotus flower while living at home with your families. Follow the directions of one Father. Don't do any disservice. Question. Which children does Maya punch very hard? What is the highest destination? Answer. Maya gives very hard punches to the children who stay in body consciousness. They become trapped in name and form. As soon as body consciousness comes, they are slapped. Their status is destroyed through this. It's a very high destination to break body consciousness. Baba says, children become soul conscious. Just as the Father is your obedient servant and therefore egoless, so you have to become just as egoless. So one of the main aspect of soul consciousness is egolessness. And it's a very good way to check the measurement of our soul consciousness or a thermometer of our soul consciousness or whatever, checking point that how much am I egoless. And all the dadis are example of really practically practicing egolessness. Brahma Baba was a chariot of Shiv Baba. So it was also journey for him to become egoless. And that's why Baba always said, I am an obedient servant. I'm obedient servant. I'm obedient servant. And we all are obedient in some area of our life. But Baba said that obedience connect with soul consciousness. Like sometimes we obey the government rules because we know otherwise we have to pay the price of it. So we obey it. So that's not soul consciousness. That's just a situation, right? So the obedience is a divine virtue, and where I don't have any external or physical benefit, still I remain humble. That is like one of the ways to practice soul consciousness. It's a very little bit fine line. So Brahma Baba always said, I am an obedient servant of the children. Dadis always remain obedient children, obedient servants. And so we also see how much obedience we have in connect with egolessness, because that is the highest form of experiencing my divinity. It's a very beautiful thing. There shouldn't be the slightest ego. So, self respect and ego is always a checking point, and that happens to everyone. And one of the scriptures, Gita, right, is a conversation of Krishna and Arjuna. It's all about becoming totally soul conscious. So we all can enjoy being soul conscious and enjoy being God conscious, enjoy being victorious of Maya. Because soul consciousness, God consciousness makes me so powerful that I become conqueror of Maya easily. Song, neither will he be separated from us, nor will there be sorrow in our hearts. So more I connect with Baba, I'll be free from sorrow. And that's why the days of goddesses are going on. And that is also symbolically who can become goddess, who is soul conscious and God conscious, Shiva Shakti. So become lotus flower, become Shiva Shakti, and always connect to Baba and free from Maya and sorrow. So this is our today's equation. Om Shanti. You children heard the song. Children say when we were in the incorporeal world, we belonged to Baba and Baba belonged to us. Take deep breath, close and open your face, take your shoulders up, back and down in a relaxed stage. Fly to soul world and feel Baba's divine energy and come back to Madhuban, sit before Baba again. You children have received this very clear knowledge. You know that you have been around the cycle. We now belong to him once again. He has come to teach us Raja Yoga and to make us into the masters of heaven. Thank you, Baba. We can underline this. Baba has come to make me master of heaven. He has come again once exactly as he did in the previous cycle. Wow, Baba. Thank you, Baba. The father says, oh, children. So don't just become his children and sit here in Madhuban. Bliss living at home with your families. Remain as pure as a lotus. A lotus flower stays in water and yet remain above the water. It is not touched by the water. The father says, you have to live at home, but just remain pure. This is the last of your many births. I have come to purify all human beings. The purifier and the bestower of salvation for all is only one. No one apart from him can purify everyone. You know that you have been coming down the ladder for half a cycle. You definitely have to complete your 84 births. It is when you have completed the cycle of 84 births and have reached the state of total decay that I then have to come. No one else can make you pure from impure before then. No one knows the Father or his creation. According to the drama, everyone has to become impure and tamopradhan in the Iron Age. The Father comes and purifies everyone and takes them back to the land of peace. Thank you, Baba. Underline. You then claim your inheritance of that land of happiness from the Father. There is no sorrow in the golden age. Having died alive, you now belong to the Father. The Father says you have to live at home with your families. Baba never tells you any of you. Baba never tells any of you to leave your home and family. No. By living at home with your families, you simply have to become pure in this last birth. Has Baba ever said that you have to leave your homes and families? No. You left your homes by yourself for the sake of doing God's service. Beginning of a year in 1937, so many hundreds of almost 300 Baba's children became Yajna Nivasi, and they left home and they left their luxurious life and they left all the things they had, very high level of the comforts. And they surrendered themselves and they became founding members of this great yajna and generated the flame of yajna. And it's still, the flame is increasing every day. The sacred flame of sacred sacrificial fire. So they became instrument for sake of doing God's service. They were coming from very wealthy families. They had everything at home. They left it. They came to Yajna. They started cleaning and washing and painting the walls and floors, cars, cooking foods, very little things available, very simple clothing, no jewelry, nothing, no money, no personal pocket money, nothing. Just whatever comes in Yajna. If they get medicine, that's fine. They don't get medicine, that's fine. Everything they really sacrifice in the sacrificial fire for the sake of God's service. Very, very big foundation they have laid. Because they recognize God's incarnation. Some children are doing God's service while living at home. They have not been made to leave their homes. Baba doesn't tell any of you to leave your home. You have come here by yourself to do service. Baba has not made any of you leave your home. Your physical father tells you to get married because you know that it is now the end of the land of death. You don't do that. To get married means to ruin yourself. And so, how would you be able to become pure? Instead, why should you not engage yourself in making Bharat into heaven? Children want the kingdom of Ram. They call out, O purifier, Ram of Sita, Ram, come and make Bharat into heaven. They say this, but they don't understand anything. Sannyasis say that the happiness of this time is like a dropping of a crow. It really is like that. There is no happiness here. They say this, but it doesn't enter their intellects that the Father would not create a world to make them unhappy. The Father says, have you forgotten that there is no name or trace of sorrow in the golden age? Where would Kans, etc. come from? You now have to follow the directions that the unlimited Father gives you. By following your own directions, You ruin yourself. Some are amazed when they hear this knowledge. They relate it and then run away and become traitors. They go and do so much disservice. What would become of them? Instead of making their lives as valuable as a diamond, they become like a shell. At the end, you will have visions of everything you did. Because of such behavior, you will claim such and such a status. You must not commit any sin here because you are becoming pure and charitable souls. There would be 100 full punishment for any sin you commit. Although you might go to heaven, you would receive a very low status. You come here to study Raj Yoga and you then become subjects. There is a lot of difference in the status you attain. It is explained that anyone who gives something to the yajna and then takes it back will take birth as a cremator. The behavior of some children is such that their status is reduced. Baba explains, don't perform such actions that would make you claim a low status among the subjects instead of that of a king or a queen. What would become of someone who surrenders to the yajna and then runs away? The father has also explained children don't perform any sinful actions that would make you claim a low status. Otherwise, 100 full punishment will be received. So, why should you cause yourself a loss? Those who live at home and do a lot of service claim a much higher status than those who live here. There are many poor children who send 8 annas or a 1 rupee. The poor claim a higher status than those who give thousands here. The poor ones claim a higher status because they don't perform sinful actions. When a sin is committed, 100 full punishment is accumulated. You have to become pure and charitable souls and give everyone happiness. If you cause sorrow, there is then the tribunal. Visions are given of what you did and what the punishment for that will be. Even your status is destroyed. Some children listen to this and yet they continue to behave wrongly. The father says, constantly live like milk and sugar. If you live like salt water, you cause a lot of disservice. If you become trapped in anyone's name or form, that too is a big sin. Maya is like a mouse. She blows and then bites you in such a way that even when it bleeds, you don't realize it. Maya also makes you bleed. She makes you perform such actions that you don't even realize what you are doing. The five vices completely slap you. Baba has to caution you, of course, so that you don't say in front of tribunal that you weren't warned. You know that God is teaching you. He himself is so egoless. He says, I am your obedient servant. Some children have so much arrogance. After belonging to Baba, they perform such actions, don't even ask. Compared to them, those who live outside at home with their families are very far ahead of them. As soon as you become body conscious, Maya punches you hard. To break body consciousness is a high destination. As soon as you become body conscious, Maya punches you hard. You are slapped. So why become so body conscious that your status is destroyed? A status is state of mind also, na? State of life also. It shouldn't be that you have to sweep floors when you go there. If any of you were to ask Baba, Baba could tell you. Each one of you can understand for yourself how much service you do and to how many you have given happiness. Mama and Baba give everyone happiness. They become so happy. Baba used to perform the dance of this knowledge so much in Bombay. There were many who were like chatrak birds, mythical bird that chatrak, that drank nectar. Baba says, I perform the dance of this knowledge in front of those who are very eager to hear it, and so many good points emerge. The chatrak birds pull this to themselves. You too have to become like them, for only then will you be able to follow. You have to follow Srimat. If you follow your own direction and defame the Father, you cause a lot of damage. The Father is now making you sensible. Bharat used to be heaven. No one considers it to be that now. No other land is as pure as Bharat was. They say this, but they don't understand that they, the people of Bharat, were the residents of heaven. There used to be limitless happiness there. Guru Nanak sang the praise of God and how he comes and washes the dirty, impure clothes. His praise is that he is the incorporeal one. Instead of Shivalingam, they have used the name, the immortal throne. The Father is now explaining the secrets of the whole world to you. Children, don't commit even one sin. Otherwise, 100 full punishment will be accumulated. If you have made defame, your status will be destroyed. You have to be cautious. Make your life as valuable as diamonds. Otherwise, there will be great repentance. Whatever wrong act you have done, it will continue to bite you inside. Will I do the same thing every cycle so that my status becomes as low? The father says, if you wish to follow the mother and father, then do service with honesty. Maya will push her way in and enter you in one way or another. The heads of the centers have to become completely egoless. Look how egoless the father is. Some children take personal service from others. The father is so egoless. He never becomes angry with anyone. If children are disobedient, the father can explain to them, what are you doing? Only the unlimited Father knows everything. Not all the children are worthy to the same extent. There are still some who are unworthy. Baba continues to explain to you. There are many children, the number of them will increase, and there will be hundreds of thousands of them. The Father continues to caution you. Children, don't be careless and make mistakes. You have come here to become pure from impure. Therefore, don't perform any impure actions. Don't become trapped in anyone's name or form. Don't become body conscious. Be soul conscious and continue to remember the Father. Continue to follow Srimad. Maya is very powerful. Baba can explain everything. Acha, to you, sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you, spiritual children, and we spiritual children say Namaste to spiritual father, mother, and all the ancestor souls, dadis, and advanced party souls. Essence for dharana. Let's take deep breath 3 times. Close and open our face. Take our shoulders up, back, and down. Make sure my feet are flat on the floor, 12 inch apart. And you can do this practice 4 or 5 times during the day. Remain always relaxed and comfortable. And connect again in the middle of the forehead and Baba in History Hall. Appreciation, deep, grateful, and thankful feeling. Baba, you are every day enlightening us with divine wisdom. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Baba. I appreciate you, Baba. I appreciate you, Baba. I appreciate you, Baba. I am so grateful to you, Baba. I am so grateful to you, Baba. I am so grateful to you, Baba. So this will be our sweet connection with Baba. We feel Baba is smiling. We are smiling. It's a very powerful way to start our day. One of the very good psychological things I have received is said that during the day, whenever you look in the mirror or you try to look in the mirror at least 7 to 10 times and just smile. In the morning, you take shower, get ready, or whenever you comb your hair, or any way you look at the mirror, just smile. And Lokik people say, just smile, and it will make big difference. And what we do is we smile with, I am God's child. I am multi-million time fortunate soul. I am very, very powerful soul. I belong to God. God belongs to me. So every time we look in the mirror, we smile and have one powerful thoughts for self-respect point. And you see, it makes all the difference in whatever we are doing. And we feel so close to Baba. And that's also one of the exercise or activity of becoming soul conscious. Okay, let's see. Baba says, become as egoless as the Father. No less. Huh? Baba, I am this much egoless. No, Baba. Like Baba wants us to be very high level. Don't take personal service from anyone. Don't cause anyone sorrow. Don't perform any sinful action due to which punishment would be experienced. Live together like milk and sugar. So this is a very fine line when Baba use word don't take personal service. Because what we are doing is we are doing teamwork and we are doing as a family. If mother is cooking for the children and children are taking care of the things in the house, it is a teamwork and it's a family loving connection. Like somebody cooks the book, somebody is getting ready book dish, somebody is serving book, right? So there is no any that kind of things, a personal service. And even sometimes somebody needs some little help and we provide it, it is also we are spiritual family. So if family will help on a right time, right? So we have to be very careful that we don't misunderstand. Sometimes Baba says so many beautiful things that we have to practice. Our attention sometimes goes there, sometimes doesn't go there. But as soon as Baba said something that we feel we like it, so make sure we understand fine lines. Follow the Srimad of the One Father and not the dictates of your own mind. Blessing. May you become full of all powers, gain victory over the suffering of karma by becoming detached from the costume of your body in a second. When there is the force of the suffering of karma, your physical organs pull you to the suffering of your karma. At any time when there is a lot of pain because of the effect of that suffering, those who transform that suffering of karma bhog, into karma yoga, who go through that suffering with their physical organs as detached observers, they are called those of the eight victorious souls who are full of all powers. And we all know the stories of all the dadis that they went through the surgery and certain physical body illness and weakness and sickness, but they remain so conscious that even doctors and nurses were surprised. For this, practice being detached from the costume of your body over a long period of time. Again and again, I am soul, point of light, free from body consciousness and even consciousness of the body. So one is body consciousness and another is consciousness of the body. So there are two aspects and we go beyond it. Let your costume not be too tight due to your being attracted by the world. That is, let it not be pulled. Only then will it be removed easily. So I, the soul, come out of the body easily, not tight. Slogan: in order to receive everyone's respect, have a humble heart. Humility is a sign of greatness. We all always feel good when we receive respect, right? But respect comes from where? Humility. I was very happy. Yesterday, I received one very good announcement that they said that Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, is there to help us, the ancient wisdom for modern life, that how we can create the or carve the paths in the middle of struggle and become really successful. Arjuna is an example of he was struggling and then in the end, following God's Srimad, he became victorious. So there are so many beautiful things. People are conducting workshops on it. So Baba is saying there are so much out there, but everything in the essence is in Baba's Murli also. So we read Murli again and again and empower ourselves and then create some churning to help others. Object signal. Make your foundation of faith strong and remain constantly fearless and carefree. I, the soul, make my foundation of faith strong, and I, the soul, remain constantly fearless and carefree. Again, go in silence and feel it. I am fearless. I am carefree. My foundation of faith is strong. If an elevated instrument soul is physically with you and you have anything verified by him or her, you will be able to do so because your intellect has faith. You will do it while keeping the virtue of both fearlessness and faith in front of you. When you constantly have the faith and fearlessness with you, there will be constant victory in your elevated thoughts. Whatever thoughts you have and the incorporeal and corporeal are with you or in front of you, have them verified with faith and fearlessness, and time will not then be wasted. Okay, again, we'll have moment of silence, like we are absorbing all the great subtle aspects of our journey. And today again, invaluable elevated versions of Mateshwari, Jagdamba, Saraswati, sweet Mamma. So we feel in history where Mateshwari Mamma is sitting. We are taking Mamma's dusty and listening Mamma's versions. What is the proof that God is not omnipresent? In the Gita, the jewel of all scriptures, the versions of God are: children, where there is victory, I am there. These are God's elevated versions. I am in the Himalayas, which are the highest mountains of all, and among snakes, I am the black snake. This is why among the mountains they show the Kailash mountain, and among the snakes they show a black snake. This proves that if out of all the snakes, God were just in a black snake, He does not reside in all the snakes. If God is in the highest mountain, then He is not in lower mountains. And then it is said, where there is victory, there is birth. That is, He is not defeated. These things prove that God is not omnipresent. And Mama was very clever and pulling out such a points from the scriptures to prove that God is not omnipresent and help people to connect to Shiv Baba. So we learn that skill from Mama, the talent from Mama, that cleverness from Mama, that how we share the knowledge and pull out points. On the one hand, they say this, and then on the other hand, they say that God comes in many forms, and they have shown 24 incarnations of God. They say that the fish and crocodile, etc., are all forms of God. That is their false knowledge. They just consider God to be everywhere, when in fact, in the Iron Age, it is Maya that is present everywhere. So, how can God then be present everywhere? It is mentioned in the Gita too. I am not present in Maya. This proves that God is not everywhere. When Baba's Yajna started, people have so much deep, misunderstanding of God is everywhere, because people and great saints and sages and yogis said that if you feel like God is everywhere watching me, you will careful and you will not commit any sin. So they instill this kind of belief system, but then it became, misunderstanding and actually not able to make everyone connect to God. Second is the incorporeal world where souls and the Supreme Soul reside. We know that when we speak of the incorporeal world, incorporeal does not mean that it does not have a form. When we speak of the incorporeal world, it definitely has a meaning. There definitely is a world, but it has no form like this physical world does. In the same way, the Supreme Soul is incorporeal, but it definitely has its own subtle form. So the land of us, souls, and Supreme Soul is the incorporeal world. So when we speak of the world, it shows that there is a world there and that we reside there. And this is why it is given the name world. People of the world think that God's form is of the eternal, immortal element of light, but that is the place of God's residence, which is also called the retirement home. So we cannot say that God's home is God. The other world is the subtle world where the deities Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar reside in their subtle forms. This is a physical world which is of two parts. One is a voiceless world of heaven where there is complete happiness, purity, and peace for half of the cycle, each cycle. The other is this vicious Iron Age world of sorrow and peacelessness. Why do we say that there are these two worlds? Because people say that both the worlds of heaven and hell are created by God, but God's versions for these are children. I did not create this world of sorrow. The world I create is a world of happiness. This world of sorrow and peacelessness is because human souls have forgotten themselves and myself, the Supreme Soul. And this is why they are suffering. However, it isn't that while there was that world of happiness and charity, there wasn't a world there. Yes, when we say that deities resided there, then there were definitely all activities there. However, it is certain that there was so there was no creation through vice there, and because of this, there were no karmic bondages. That world is called the world of heaven and free from karmic bondage. So, one is the incorporeal world, then there is the subtle world, and third is the physical world. Acha. So, Baba is making us master of three worlds, three Lokinaths. So, every day we remember all these highest self respect points and keep repeat that in our mind and let it go up to my subconscious mind and make myself really powerful soul. Have a wonderful, powerful day, and Johnny Ben will continue. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.